What's up, guys? You're on Distinct Garage. I'm Chance Quintana, and we're gonna be doing a lot of series on builds. Over here we got my 2003 Mitsubishi Lance Revolution. It's actually an Evo 8 is what some people like to call them. Behind the camera here we have Zach
Gleave. I'm gonna be building my Miata. It's gonna be a minute because I'm gonna do a variable twin scroll turbo kind of. It's gonna be distinct.
Yeah, it's
tell you that much.
Definitely gonna be a pretty wicked setup. So let's get to going on what we got today. A couple weeks ago I decided to toss out the Evo 8 turbo and go big guy. We're going pretty set up. We got the Evo 9 turbo, and I'm also doing a hood dump. Before I actually had a get that for me, sorry. Before I actually had a O2 dump, in which it's the same thing as that, but mine was facing downwards to the bottom, making loud noises and cool stuff like that.
Yeah, just spray out, hit the ground.
So
some sick flames.
But yeah, today we're just gonna go ahead and get straight to it. We're gonna slap the turbo and dump in, and we'll get the manifold up, and we should be ready to start it in a couple weeks. Because prior to this, my car was tuned. I bought it pre-tuned for the 8 turbo, so I can't just slap that on and turn it on, or else I would, just for you guys. So let's get straight into it. Let's start getting prepped. They're kind of trash. You need to like blow into them, dude. They're like doctor gloves almost. Got them at O'Reilly though.
Nice. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to put the dump on while the turbo's connected to the car, so we're just gonna connect it all up before we put it in.
Yeah, I actually...
We got our nice little hole here for the dump.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone was aware, but I had actually already put this in yesterday and took it out because I had a stud that I was unaware of that was snapped in there. So I pulled the whole turbo and dump out last night as one piece straight out of the hood right here. So I don't know if you guys knew you could do that, but with that dump, the 3P Performance dump, you can do that. So.
And from the dump, we've got a straight pipe going all the way back. I think it's 3-inch.
Yeah, we got a 3-inch all the way back. It actually gets kind of custom halfway through because me and Zach made our own little exhaust hangers, and I actually had just one single flange put on because there was a 3-bolt flange, so I changed that to a 2-bolt because my test pipe was a little different. So it's a little wonky, but it's very custom.
It's distinct, you could say.
Yes, very. Right now I'm just going to take all the hardware off so we can get prepped. I am using ARP exhaust manifold studs and nuts and bolts.
And all this will be color matched eventually. It's just kind of janky right now,
Yes.
just so that we can finish the build, get it running, then we can paint the pipes or whatever, and then get new hoses.
And if you guys were also wondering why the car is 2 different colors right now, I bought it exactly how it is. It came with a wide body kit on it. The person who put it on probably did it in 10 minutes.
Got some RPF 1s on it. I think they're 18
They could
by
be
10 and a
reps.
half.
They could be reps. The guy did tell me that they were RPF 1s, but to find that out, you have to take the wheel all the way off and look on the backside. I haven't yet done that.
We haven't looked for the stamps or anything yet.
Because I don't know that NK made an 18 by 10 and a half with a plus 15 offset.
As you can tell, it hasn't been driven for a while because the Brembos are getting a little rusty.
Yes.
But you drive it for a little bit and then that goes away. Alright, you want to hold this so I can put my gloves on?
Right now, so we got new gaskets. This is for the dump. You can see how it's separated here. Separated. Normally, it's just open because the O2 housing that is on there just recirculates back into the downpipe. This one will not. It goes straight to atmosphere. So we got a new one of those. We got a new one of the turbo to manifold. And then we have a new manifold gasket here. All straight from STM tuned. They do really good. They have plenty of stuff for Evo 7s, 8, 9s, and 10s. They're actually starting to get stuff for Subarus now. So if you guys like Subarus. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this going. We're gonna put this on the back side of the turbo here. Let's see if we can. Oh, definitely do not do that. Okay, let's not be dumb.
Okay, well, you gotta get this guy up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And we are aware that
Yes.
this is stripped, but it still threads on enough.
Yeah, it goes past that stripped part. It definitely comes down.
Like,
to
I
here.
mean, it's not gonna be ideal, but until we can get new studs, they're like, what, $10 each or something stupid?
yeah, they're pretty ridiculous.
Well, we just gotta order some of those.
Oops. I'm trying to think.
Like this, I wanna say.
Other way.
There it is. Sorry about the video quality.
Yeah.
We're both new
We
to
are
this.
gonna work on quality of videos.
We're actually gonna be recording a few videos before we even post anything, just so that we have content. Because we don't want to just put out a somewhat crappy, decent, whatever video and then just have people watch one and be done. We want to have at least 3 or 4, maybe even 5, so that you guys have some content to watch and so you can get into our build and in the future into our other builds. Like we said earlier, the Miata is going to be getting a variable twin scroll turbo, which will be interesting. Going to be a lot of learning involved in tuning and all that.
Yes, lots of learning.
But it does have some meats on it. Like, that's pretty big. Hold some series power. And we do have a aftermarket
Front mount.
Yeah, front mount intercooler.
It's actually in my daily back
Yeah,
there.
it's
I got it used, but I actually got a good deal for it. I got the piping and the big
purple piping.
front mount core for $100. No, actually $80 because I drove to the guy. So
Yeah.
just
And
the
this-
piping alone
This
was.
Evo 8, or I mean, this Evo 9 turbo he got from a guy off one of the local Evo pages for $100, was it?
Yeah, it was $100.
Yeah. $100 for a turbo with low miles and no
Yes.
shaft play.
Yeah, it doesn't. It has, you know, every turbo has minimal shaft play, but this one, surprisingly, for pushing 30 pounds of boost out of it, doesn't have.
Yeah, that's what the previous owner had it tuned at, and it's got this aftermarket boost controller kind of
Oh yeah, it's
thing.
got the Turbo Smart 17-pound wastegate spring. So
Yeah, we can show that to you once we install the turbo the rest of the way. And he's gonna end up getting a Miata battery because it's a lot smaller, so he'll be able to have more room for piping and stuff. I told him to just go trunk battery, but he didn't want to have to wire all that. But I don't blame him. So.
maybe in the future.
The turbo alone for the Miata is going to be at least $1,500, so that's going to be in a while.
The Evo will definitely be done. Well, done at its current state.
We're doing E85 tune. We got a Walbro 450 fuel pump.
We're gonna
And
go Injector Dynamics 1050 cc's. So we'll have plenty of fuel.
the whole shebang. Plenty of fuel to feed our turbo. Plenty of air. Not quite sure what color we're gonna do the Evo yet. But we might unwrap the hood because the hood's actually red. But the previous owner wrapped it white so the body kit wouldn't look so goofy. And then once we get some fenders, we can put on the front bumper and I don't know, are we looking for a stock front bumper as well?
Yeah. We're trying to go stock everything.
Yeah.
The
So
bumper
just-
I have is just set up for the wide body, so
Uh-huh.
it just wouldn't fit correctly.
Yeah, we're gonna try and return the body as close as we can to stock, and we'll have videos on that as well, like the body work, because I know a guy who's into body work and welding, and I actually weld myself a little bit, and we can cut a new fender off of an Evo, maybe at a junkyard or something. They got in a front end accident. Just cut off this little section here, or however big we need it to be. Take these rivets out, spot weld little filler holes in it, or filler welds, and then we can get rid of this, get a new gas cap door, and do some sending. It's sad because the local track we race at, it's shutting down after this year, or else we'd be doing drag videos for both of our cars, like stock and boosted and whatever else. But there is another track, it's just a bit farther away. We can do some video recording there, and hopefully by then we'll have a nicer camera, because this is just on a cell phone right now. But
Yes,
gotta start somewhere.
we are working on everything. I actually tried last night to get the studs out myself that were stuck. Heat wouldn't work. I sat with the torch heating it up for about 15-20 minutes, didn't budge. So I sat the torch on there for probably 10 minutes, just sitting on my phone while I was heating it up, and I got it to budge a little bit, and it started moving, and then I just snapped it off. So I had one of the techs at my work help me this morning fix it. If you guys look here,
Yeah.
the bolt is not touching that cross-threaded piece right here. It is clearly past it. Just barely
Just
enough.
one or two threads, but
It still works.
just crank it on a little bit harder.
Well, we're about ready to stuff this thing back in the freaking engine bay.
Yep. The nice thing about all the Evos prior to the 10 is their turbo is mounted on the front. So it's super easy to get to. You may have to take off a hose or two, but that's not really a problem. But the Evo 10 turbo is back here. You'd have to take off your strut brace, your exhaust manifold all the way back here. Never done it, but it just seems hard. This is just nice and, I wouldn't say easy, but
It makes it real easy that the dump and turbo can come out all in one. Just for that reason right there. You seen how hard I was cranking on those bolts.
yeah.
These really don't need to be torqued on. Some people, like people that are anal, will do that. You know, I was kind of like that when I first got my Evo, but
I'd honestly say if you're doing engine stuff, anything to do with your engine, internal or external, like these, always torque it. But I mean, if you're just doing a dump
yeah.
for your exhaust and you're crushing the gasket a bunch, then it won't really be a problem.
Well, here goes the dump. We're putting the dump in. Back in, I should say. As you guys can see, it goes right in. There's a little bit of shimmying. But she goes right in. Just like that. And you probably want to rest it in there somewhere kind of nice. So you can...
So we're setting this in here so we can put the exhaust manifold back on, and then just put these bolts from the turbo back on the exhaust manifold.
Yep. And we are running the stock manifold. There isn't really many aftermarket options unless you have a lot of money. And right now, all my money is going towards my fuel pump, injectors, and my tune, because the tune is not going to be cheap. I'm going dual map, so
91 and E85. So we'll be using some corn.
oops.
So
All right.
we just had a little mishap.
Yeah, we had a small mishap. This washer went down into the dump.
Yeah, the washer for the turbo studs.
So I'm actually just gonna
Yeah, take all those off.
take them off.
It actually went into one of the turbo scrolls and just rolled all the way down in there. So we had to take it back out, tip it over, get the washer out. Luckily it came out, but on. Okay.
And we're on.
Probably gonna end up buying a
Digital torque reader.
digital torque wrench that reads
Foot pounds, inch pounds.
and inch pounds, and
Mainly because we need that when we're going to build his engine.
yeah, when I tear my engine apart, I'm not using a Harbor Freight
Yeah, we're
quick
gonna
wrench.
reseal his entire engine. We're gonna do everything we can to make this one of the baddest Miatas out there.
All right, how we doing?
We got the manifold in place,
You can see the dump just nice and sitting there.
ready to spit some flames.
Yeah, it's a 5 psi dump, right? After 5 psi.
Yeah, about
excess will
actually,
come out.
since it's a different wastegate on this,
Might even be more, like 7 or 8.
yeah. Just because it has the Turbo Smart wastegate on there, it could. I don't know exactly when the gate actually
Got some
opens.
scratches. But
Yeah. So the kid I bought from, he sold me the dump $170 cheaper just because of those scratches.
$170 for 2 little scratches.
Yeah. Typically this is $380 and I got this for $200. So
Yeah, that's the steal. This is just the 4G63. They can handle, I think it's 500 foot-pounds of torque. Stock internals, stock everything. You don't really want to push it up that high, just because, I mean, it's stock, and you don't want to strain everything you can out of your engine. You want to build it. You can maybe take it up to 400 and 430 maybe, just to be safe. But that's torque, I mean. Your horsepower can vary from your torque.
same with horsepower. Horsepower is about 500 wheel. That's when the bottom end starts to not like you anymore.
Yeah, and eventually we'll be taking this engine out. It's already got the 5-speed in it, which is good, because the 6-speed Evo transmission is like made of glass,
Yes.
and it'll just shatter.
The MR
Trash.
transmissions are garbage. If you're getting
Yeah.
an Evo, make sure you get a GSR.
Yeah, the GSR is the stock 5-speed, and that's what you want to go with. You don't get that extra gear, but the gears are a lot stronger. You're not gonna destroy your teeth in your transmission just by shifting it hard at the track or something. And where we go for the track, we can either do track videos, drag videos, maybe eventually even drift videos. I mean,
Maybe
a lot of people do drift.
Autocross, we can do
But-
autocross in the Miata.
Yeah, autocross. Once the Miata's boosted, we can bring it up against like the Lamborghinis and stuff. Because, I mean, it weighs, I've had mine weighed and it weighs 2,050 pounds.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So with you in it,
So with me in it, it's
like
like
2,200?
yeah, 2,200 pounds. And that's
Jesus.
that's wet. That's with all the fluids. And like a bunch of crap in my car.
Yeah, like a full tank probably. Was it
Yeah,
a full tank
yeah.
of gas? Yeah, and like a bunch of stuff you don't need in your car.
Like there's a bunch of stuff I've taken off of it, like plastic bits and stuff, so it's shaved some weight off of like the stock Miata weight, because obviously that's not what they weigh stock. I think they weigh like 2,300 stock, but I've deleted a bunch of stuff from it, so it's probably making 90 horsepower. I mean, you lose horsepower over time, so I'd say about 90. They don't start out with that much. Let us know what kind of videos you want to see. We're gonna be a brand new channel, so it's basically a blank slate. You guys are looking for weird turbo builds, like hybrid, weird, whatever, disco potatoes.
And boom! She's in.
Yep, turbo is mostly installed. Can do some boosty noises. Probably at a nice 20 something psi. Maybe
Yeah.
25.
Probably gonna shoot
20,
for
25.
around 4 something. I'll be max at about 400 wheel. I haven't done anything else to the car. Evo 9 turbo, hood dump, straight pipe exhaust.
Yeah.
Nothing
And we
really
still
spectacular.
got the O2 sensor ports, and we got a wideband. Kind of starting to run out of light, so we're probably gonna end the video.
Turbo is in, dumps in. For you guys, we can close the hood so you can take a look
This.
at what's going on.
Okay. So yeah, here's our
We got the hole.
hood dump.
I do need to go around and clean it up a little bit. It is a little pokey. It is bent a little weird. You can tell I did it myself. I don't care. This is my car. Nobody else has to drive it unless I choose my friends to drive it. But yeah, thanks for watching our video today, guys. Like I said, we're gonna have plenty of videos up. We're actually gonna do a few more videos before we put one up, so you guys have plenty of videos to watch. Yeah, go ahead, subscribe, like this video, man. Put a comment down below if you guys have any comments for us.
Any questions?
Questions,
like
improvements for
build-wise?
us, anything. Just give us some feedback. We always like feedback, hearing from you guys. So, yeah.
All right. Peace out.